here today with the super stylish, gorgeous, very cool Pearl Lowe, really making me feel very inferior right now.
Don't be silly.
And she's obviously a singer and an interior designer for the last 14 years and a fashion designer, having done a high street collaboration and bespoke design pieces of her own, and has most recently launched Petite Pearl Lowe, a fabulous line of super sparkly, super cool girls wear, and that is what we're here to discuss. So, Pearl, over to you. Tell me, what inspired you to create Petite Pearl Lowe?
I think it was about last Christmas. I found some fabric, some sequin fabric, and I made some curtains for my little girl Betty's room, and they were sparkly pink, and they were very luxurious and sort of cabaret type curtains, and so I thought, oh, actually, I might design some things that out of sequin material. And so I sort of got my dressmakers to sort of make some samples, and I started reading lots of books about vintage circus and things like that. And then it just happened over Christmas. I just started, making these leotards with tulle, and I started, all these things started coming out, and the collection. Yeah, that's how it came about, basically.
So it started from a pair of sparkly curtains,
Yeah.
but in came the cabaret, sort of carnival, kind of circus, vintage, and lots of sparkles and fabulous.
Lots and lots of sparkles.
Every girl loves. Every girl loves sparkles. What can you do? They just do.
They love sparkles, and they love tulle, I think, and
Yes.
soft tulle. This is what I found out.
Yes.
They don't like it when it's itchy.
Itchy.
So you put it on, they go, oh, this is itchy, and
They won't
think,
wear it.
No. So
Yeah.
I have got the softest tulle you'll ever find in all different colours, and all the garments are lined in this kind of very, very silk, kind of net, which is lovely, and they can't complain at all.
Yeah, because otherwise, my children, if there's like an itchy seam, they
won't wear it.
They won't wear it, and I'm like, you need to understand that you have to suffer for fashion a
Yes.
little bit, but they don't get it yet. They're only
I've had it for 26 years. I've had 2 girls and 2 boys. The boys are fine; they'll wear anything, but the girls were always like, I can't wear this. Oh, this hurts, and and you spend X amount of pounds on something, and you just think, oh, I might as well have just burnt that money.
I know, it's very, very painful. So you said you've got obviously the 4 children, the 2 boys, the 2 girls,
Yes.
of all different ages. Do they each have their own styles, or are any of them particularly? Obviously, Daisy is like a supermodel, but do any of them have a particular interest in fashion? Do they care about style? Do they each have their own style?
Yeah, they do. I mean, funny enough, Daisy, when she was a little girl, I could put her in anything. She didn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would dress her in sort of lace dresses with, little like Victorian lace-up black boots and black tights. She would never say a word. Betty, from the age of 2...
Who's 9 now.
Yeah, she's 9. From the age of 2, she would say, you think I'm wearing that? I'm not wearing that. You might as well take it back to the shop, because I am never going to wear that. And she was literally 2. So, and then my mum used to laugh so much. She said, she is exactly like you were. Because apparently I was a nightmare to dress. So she said, thank God you've got payback.
Maybe she'll be a fashion designer.
I think she might. Do you know what? Funny enough, she puts things together that nobody else would put together. She'll wear sort of like leopard skinny jeans with, kind of brightly coloured. I mean, she literally mixes everything. So she's a tomboy. She doesn't like dresses, anything frilly. But Frankie's quite dapper. He likes his tweed suits. Yeah, tweed suits. He likes shirts. He likes his hair, up with lots of gel. He's very into his style.
Where do you shop for them? Do you shop for any of them anymore? I mean,
Yeah,
obviously Betty, but...
Well, I actually shop for all of them, actually, even Daisy.
Let's say I was stuck in an elevator with you, and we were going up like 5 floors. Sell me Petite Pearl Lowe.
It's great because, and I actually do mean this, the thing is, when you're looking for fancy dress or you're going to a party, you've got 2 options. You've either got to go and get, a very inflammable...
Fire. I was about to say, a fire hazard. Itchy,
costume.
scratchy, nasty.
Which, none of us want to buy at the moment. Or you can go to, I mean, I love Gorgeous and I love all those shops,
Yes.
but I think that, you know, a lot of children will be in them. You know, that's my problem with them, is that, you know, you're spending, what, £150 on a dress, and there'll be lots of people in them.
Yes.
This is a little
Standout.
bit different because it's a bit fantasy, a bit dress up, a bit fun, and it's great for parties, or if you've got Halloween, it's great for Halloween.
Yeah.
They're great christening presents, and we're starting to do a beautiful kind of box where it's a trunk and it's all sort of velvet, and you lift it up and you get, you know, a wand and a hat and a cape and a, you know, and a sort of leotard.
Will that be ready for Christmas?
Well, we're hoping we're working on it at the moment, maybe christening presents.
Like
and
the
things
idea.
like
So you live in the country, obviously. Now
Yeah.
you didn't used to. You were.
that. A London
city,
girl.
a London girl.
Yes, I was born and bred there.
Where do you think is, just moving away from fashion for a minute, where do you think is better for raising kids, having done both, with probably similar ages of kids in both?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's pros and cons of both. I mean, we left London when my eldest was 8. Oh, no, well, Daisy was 16, so, but I'm saying my eldest boy was 8 because he was the one who was living with me. And then I had a son of 6, and then Betty was in my tummy. So, I mean, I would say we had such a lovely life in London, you know, but, you know, weekends were quite tough because I was always trying to find them things to do, especially when the weather wasn't great and there was only so many museums we could see without them saying, hang on, we went 2 weeks ago, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it becomes repetitive because the weather is really, you can't rely on it, can you?
No.
So it's the same few places to go unless you want to travel quite far. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so I think that was hard, and the fact that we lived in Camden, which was, you know, great for my husband and I, but for the kids it wasn't so great because, you know, constant sort of syringes on the floor, or, you know, kind of mad stuff happening, and noise and whatever. And so when we moved to the country, it was a real, you know, it was a wonderful moment in our life because we'd sort of been there for 10 years. I mean, I'd been there all my life, my husband had been there for 10 years, and it was just like this, you know, incredible life there, really, because everybody who'd moved there had wanted to give their children a wonderful life. So I think I definitely did the right thing for my children. I definitely, for whatever, you know, but I'm not sure it's for everybody, is what I want to say, because some people find it quite boring. You know.
Are they on screens on the weekend? Like my children, do you have to have screen fights with them?
Mine aren't, I've got to be honest.
Really?
They're not on the screen. In the holidays they are. In the holidays it's quite tough to
Tear them away?
Yeah.
Yes.
Betty not so much, actually. She's
Really?
much more of a sort of funny, free spirit that
Likes to play and be outside.
putting on shows for us most of the time.
I saw that I read somewhere she wants to be an actress.
She wants to be an actress now. It's singer. She's kind of going into that field a little bit.
Taking out her mother and her father.
I know. We don't encourage her at all, and we don't encourage any of them. And it's just now we're, you know, Alfie wants to be a DJ, producer, music producer.
It's in them.
Yeah, it's in them.
It's in their blood.
Yeah.
What you can't
You can't steer them away. I'd
No.
love a doctor, but hey.
adopt.
I would.
Wouldn't we all love a doctor?
We've got lawyers.
What's been your greatest challenge, would you say, with the line?
Actually, my greatest challenge with this line has been costings, because you know, because it's little and it's not the same as adults, you know, so you can charge a lot more for adults' clothes, and because it's my first ever collection, and because I want the finest fabrics.
Yes.
I think that's been my biggest challenge, is trying to keep the cost down. It's been really expensive and it hasn't been a money earner at all, but I've really enjoyed doing it.
Yeah. Yet.
Yet.
Right. Yeah. But
Yeah.
It's I think that's the same for lots of people. You know, you've got this dream and you want to make it work and you want to use all the best and you do, and then it obviously does cost a certain price point, and then as time progresses you'll find ways to make it work, to be able to, don't you think?
As my God, absolutely. And I guess you lose a bit of money on something, but then you earn a bit of money on something else, and
you'll find better sourcing. And
well, this is why, you know, I was making everything in Somerset,
right.
and that was great, and I had lots of different dressmakers that had, were doing different garments, and then I had to move it to London.
Don't you find, I don't know if you've come across this a lot, I certainly come across it a lot when I go to shows and stuff like that on the stands at these shows, at all these trade shows, women who have got no background whatsoever in fashion, and they just have a baby and think, yes, there's definitely something missing in children's fashion.
Yes.
I'm going to create a line, and then they create this line. What would be your advice to these people?
Well, I mean, I'm such a firm believer in when you see that something's missing and you have a passion for that you should create it. I really do, because that's been my whole career's been like that. I've sort of thought, oh God, when I started designing, it was because I was interior designing houses. My husband and I were buying and selling houses, and it was this house we bought in Camden where I couldn't find a piece of lace for the windows, so I thought, I've got a bit of old lace there, I'm just going to dye it fuchsia pink and I'm going to put it up in the window, and it looks so good.
Sounds so cool.
Yeah, and it was such a simple idea, and
yeah.
I thought, gosh, nobody is doing this, and it became this huge business, much too much for me to handle actually. And then the same thing happened when I moved to the country. I was just like, I'm a size 14, coming from a size 8 to a 14. Not now, I just had Betty. So I just had a baby, and I was a size...
There's no way that I'm a size 14.
Well, no, but I was from a size 8 in London, super skinny in London. I couldn't find any clothes to fit me, so I started to... I sourced a local dressmaker in Hampshire, and I...
Can you draw?
I can draw. I can sew a little bit, and I have always sewn my own things. Not
but
very
if you
well.
see, so for example, if you decided you wanted to make a dress, can you draw it, or would you discuss with the dressmaker, I want it to have this sort of a collar, and I want it to be a bit like...
So the way I do it is I buy vintage. So I buy lots, and I've got a collection of dresses that are in pretty much every single one of my children's closets.
My mum did that to us. I remember that very well.
Yeah. So I don't have room at home anymore, so I just kind of put them in the kids. They get very upset with me. But anyway, and so I have all these dresses, so I'll say can you make, this is the fabric, can you make this, the top like this, but the skirt like that, so I'll just... do it like
Fashion
that.
it together.
Yeah, that's how I've always done it.
Tell me, what you've got a couple of pieces here, super glittery. My children would be whipping these out this room so quickly, it's unbelievable. But so you talk to us about these pieces, and then maybe explains a couple of the other pieces. I will be having photos on the blog.
So with these, this is obviously the power. Kind of, we call it the sequin showstopper, and I guess that's just great for little girls. I mean, Betty would have worn this definitely when she was younger. She won't wear it now, but she loved anything sparkly when she was 4 too. Yeah, so this is actually again, this is going to be silk inside, and this is going to be a little bit more gold. And then,
these will be the same colour?
Yes.
Okay.
And a lot softer.
Yes.
The actual finished product is, but with the harlequin, but it's going to be silk harlequin, so very soft.
So what's this coat called?
We've called this...
Sorry.
I've had too much on my brain at the moment.
Don't worry.
I know.
It makes me happy. Senior moment. I have them as well.
I know, I've got one.
What you mentioned about these boxes that you're going to be producing for christenings. What we love a scoop at
This is
Junkie.
definitely a scoop for
Is
you.
it a scoop?
Yes.
When's that roughly going to be launching?
I think probably in the new year, definitely. So they're going to be kind of these trunks, and they're so luxurious.
How big? Properly big.
Yeah, probably, with the curved, and you lift up, and inside it's all satin padded, and you have
Oh, it's
proper.
Does it become a toy box afterwards or something?
Absolutely, yes.
So that's going to be filled with
a cape, a wand, a hat, and you can choose between a leotard or a dress. So it's going to have 4 pieces inside, and then you have this wonderful trunk that you can have
Will it be personalised in any way?
We can do definitely, probably more so on my website, so they're to order from the website. So, but yeah, I think, maybe Harrods would do, but definitely personalised as well.
So they'll be sold through Harrods as well?
Absolutely, yeah.
So the line launches October the 5th, and it's exclusive for autumn winter to Harrods. And do you have any plans? Obviously, this is a girls' line, no two ways pretty much about it. Do you have any plans to do anything for boys?
I am going to do some boys stuff actually I've definitely started designing some stuff for next Christmas. It probably won't be before because already spring's been designed and stuff. But for next Christmas I've definitely thought about doing some sort of kind of velvet coats and in the same vein, velvet
sort of vintagey feel.
Yeah, just kind of
up.
keeping it, definitely dress up. And I think that with all Minecraft and all the kind of games that all our kids play and the Xbox and the there isn't that fantasy element so much
Not
anymore.
At all.
And I really, that was part of the reason I thought, wouldn't it be amazing to just get kids to be more kind of magical, mystical and
imaginative.
And imaginative and be more in a make-believe world as opposed to on their screens. So I don't know, I hope I get to achieve that a little bit.
Well, I think you definitely have with this, for sure.
Yeah, I just think that we have lost a bit of that, we definitely have. But
I also think through fashion, actually, I think kids' fashion is quite guilty of it, of that change, because I think that what a lot of the designers do is they shrinky-dink the adult versions, and it's like
adults before their time.
Yeah, I firmly believe children should dress as children.
I agree with you.
And I think, this plays so well into that. This fits that perfectly.
Yeah. No, I really think that, and it was funny. I never really realised it until I started doing it. You're children for such a short amount of time. It goes so quickly, doesn't it? Even my son, I can't believe he's 18 and leaving home, but
that's hard to take.
Yeah,
I'd be quite happy for mine to leave home. You can have both of my twins if you want. If you want a couple more in your house.
I know. I think we're quite filled. I think we'll be all right. I think I'm quite busy, which is great, because if I hadn't been busy, I think I'd be crying. Yeah, I think the universe has definitely given me a lot to handle.
This can be your new baby.
It is my new baby, for sure, without a doubt.